Hey everybody, welcome back to BigRedEDC. Well, today we're going to take a look at one of the newest, and I have to say, pretty darn popular Benchmades out on the market right now. We're going to take a look at 5370 FE Shootout. There you go, CPM CRU-WEAR, auto open, yes indeed. Very appropriate name, the Shootout, because that blade does shoot out of the front of that knife. Now, first off, got to thank Benchmade for sending this out to the Apex Pass Around. And of course, thank you to the Apex Pass Around for the opportunity to check it out. Yes, indeedy, we're checking out the Benchmade. There it is, right there. Had the opportunity to check this one out for a little bit. Oh my goodness. So there you go. Like I said, OTF. Now that's an injection molded CF Elite handle. Check out the texturing on this handle, especially this portion right there. There's a portion on the top of both. That stuff is like non-skid for your fingers, man. That is an absolutely fantastic grip on that right there. They said it's there for faster indexing and so on, but I tell you what, if you got a hold of that, wet, dry, whatever, I really don't believe you're going to have an issue keeping a hold of this knife. Now, you do have a reversible pocket clip, which is nice. Standard deep carry, not a mini deep carry. You do have a carbide glass breaker. Lanyard fans, I'm sorry, no spot for a lanyard on this one. Now, as you can see, it is an OTF. There is your switch. We're definitely going to talk about that here in a minute. But very well-crafted knife here. Now, let's talk about the OTF portion of this real quick. Now, a lot of times I hear from people, you know, now this doesn't have a safety, so that's where I'm going with this is people say, well, OTFs, they scare me. You know, if they don't have a safety, I don't want it firing in my pocket. Okay, understandable. Now, I just want you to watch this. This is a fully retracted switch here. Watch how far, and I'm getting tension. There's a lot of, can you see the white in my thumb? There's tension there, and it's fully forward before it fires. Pretty much on the reverse, but I guess we're not really worried as much as it going in as we are with it coming out. I mean, you have to put a lot of effort, and I'm not saying that in a bad way. I'm trying to say that in a good way. Is it takes a lot for this knife to be able to be actuated as far as a safety precaution goes. To me, that switch is very safe. It's almost like having a locking mechanism on it. That's just me. Take a look at that. Now, like we said, CPM CRU-WEAR, PVD-coated, flat earth. That's where the FE comes from in the name, is that flat earth color. It's kind of hard to read the, there we go. CPM or CRU-WEAR. Right there, you guys can probably read it. Probably my old eyes can't. What you got there, US, manufactured. Of course, you have the butterfly. There you go, 5370. Tanto blade on this one. Really nice. Now, I've said this talking about, I mean, I don't have a lot of autos because autos are not legal to carry here in Washington. They're legal to own, not legal to carry. I have a couple. I do prefer side deploy knives, usually button side deploy. That's just my preference. But this one is an OTF. Now, do have a little bit of OTF rattle in it. A little up and down, a little side to side. You know, we find that in a lot of OTF knives. There's been a couple that I've seen that have been pretty tight, but for the most part, there's just a little bit of play in that mechanism. And, you know, unfortunately, no different here. I know some people might not like that, and very good. It's the way it is, but just a little. Nice action. Shoots out very rapid deployment. I mean, it's there. And then it's not. I don't even know if I could time it. Yeah. It's pretty snappy. Now, is it snappy to the point to where I feel it's going to jump out of my hand? No. It's not like that. One of the first times I had, let's see, what was it? The Claymore? The first time I actuated the Claymore, Now, that's a side deploy. Yeah, I almost lost that one. So, no, but I don't feel like it's going to fly out of my hand, but it's got a good, snappy action on it for sure. So, all right, let's get our specs here. I'm going to zoom out just a little bit. All right. So, you know what? I'm going to include the glass breaker in my measurement. So overall, we're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, pushing about 8.5. If we cut off that glass breaker, we're sitting more at about 8.25-ish. Without the glass breaker, you're looking at about a 4.75, 4 5/8 inch handle, roughly about a 3.5 inch blade, and then just shy of that on your cutting edge. Grip length, I mean, point to point, you're looking at right about 4 inches. And that's how it looks in my 3.75-inch hand. Now with this grip, I know the actuator button does stand up a little bit high, but you can get in front of that, and it actually almost gives your thumb like a place to rest. That's not uncomfortable at all for me. It gives me, if I want to get up further on the knife, or obviously you can stay back behind that button if you would like, or get on top of it here. Now, if you're on top of it here, you know, again, it's going to take a lot of pressure to get that knife to retract. There again, not saying that in a bad way, just trying to give you an idea of what it actually takes to actuate this knife. Now, the aspect that really kind of impressed me, and with this CF Elite, it's going to be light. It really is. I'm getting 2.7. I think officially it's 2.8. As far as weight, that's going to turn into 77 grams. This thing is really light. A very light knife. I mean, 2.8, I mean, that's an ounce more than, well, this one. Well, let's show you. Let's do a size comparison real quick, since I didn't do that. I mean, there's the bug out, and that's what I was going to kind of say. A standard bug out is about 1.8 ounces. Let me do a quick weigh. 54 grams. This one weighs, yeah, this one weighs 1.9. So, I mean, it's about an ounce more, but I mean, it's a larger knife, absolutely. But I was pretty surprised at the weight and just how light it was. Probably that's the most impressive thing. That and the texture on the handle is probably the most impressive thing for me about this knife. Carry, well, it's a deep carry clip. Let's see it disappear. Now you're going to have that glass breaker. I'll get under there. There we go. You are going to have the glass breaker exposed just because it's there. But pretty good, darn good retention on that. It's not too bad. I did carry this a little bit, not out into town. I carried it around the house and stuff just because I was being a good boy. Yeah, for once. But anyway, overall, guys, if you're into OTFs, I would recommend at least checking it out. I think they were selling for right around $270 from retailers. I think Benchmade has them listed for right around $300, but I think I saw like Knife Center had them, I believe it was $270 is what they were marked at. Now, can you find these right now? No. They're pretty much sold out pretty much everywhere, but there are more on the way. So just keep up. If this is one you're really looking into, keep up with your favorite retailer and see when they're going to be available. I know SMKW had some available. Let me look. I think they sold out, but I'm going to look real quick, because that was the only place that I saw them at one point very recently. So let's see. Oh, gotta finish it. Oh, they're out of stock too. So there you go. Yeah. There's more on the way, guys. More on the way. Like I said, if this is one, I'll leave the Benchmade. I'll leave the link to Benchmade down in the description so you can look into it further if you would like to do so. It's their knife. They'll give you all the widths and all that good stuff that we're probably not going to talk about here. But if you're into OTFs it's definitely worth checking out, I would say. Absolutely 100%. Just for the fact of how light it is. That, again, is probably the most impressive aspect of this knife for me. So, really appreciate Benchmade. Of course, Zach, thank you, my friend. And thanks again to the Apex for the opportunity to check out the shootout. Keep your eyes open. This is off to the next reviewer. I'm not sure who that is, Red. That might be the Last Ranger. Last Ranger might be doing a review of this one. So check that out. Keep your eyes open for that. And until next time, guys, really appreciate you being here. Like, subscribe, leave me that comment. You know I love talking to you. Until next time. I'll talk to y'all later, guys. Bye-bye.